time for our presenters. A este momento les voy a pedir que please pongan en mute su teléfono, lo vamos a poner en silencio. Este tiempo es para los presentadores. Tienen unas historias súper padres que contarnos. Alrededor del edificio tenemos diferentes booths donde pueden ir, pueden tomar una llamada, pueden cualquier cosa, pero please vamos a respetar el espacio de nuestros presentadores. And our first speaker, I know you can see something different in our building. Pueden ver algo diferente cuando entraron en las ventanas. No sé si notaron. ¿Sí notaron o no notaron? ¿Sí? ¿Qué notaron? A ver, yo quiero saber qué notaron. There's some paintings. Yes. A una persona muy talentosa que la hemos visto por todo Brownsville, la hemos visto en Chick-fil-A, la hemos visto en negocios locales y hoy la pueden ver aquí afuera de eBridge. Es una persona que conozco desde hace bastantito y me encantaría que le pongan bastante atención. Por favor, ayúdenme a darle la bienvenida a Edna Martínez.
Buenos dias, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me on this Wednesday morning. You guys had the chance to be anywhere, but you chose to be here today. To all my friends, family, and strangers that will hopefully be friends soon. Thank you so much. So, yes, my name is Edna Martinez Franco, and it's a pleasure to be with you all today so I can talk about my journey and my business. I am a local artist, local window painter. Here, I've been servicing the RGV for about 9 years now. And the way my business started was, how can I say it? Like, it happened, it just grew. It grew unexpectedly. I used to be a teacher here for BISD and for South Texas ISD. And I had a chance to evolve my business into something new, and I decided to take that leap of faith. The way that it happened was I had a friend that was looking to add a special touch to his business, and he's like, hey, you're super creative, you're always doodling, you're always drawing, do you think you can paint the windows of my business, of my restaurant? And I'm like, sure, of course, I think I can do that. So I actually showed up, and I remember just being like, I'm so creative, I'm so talented, I can do this. And now I look back at those drawings and I'm like, those were terrible. I can't believe I was part of that, but it's part of the process. So he gave me that opportunity, and it started growing. And I was a teacher, I was spending time painting and not really spending a lot of time with my family, with my loved ones. And I had to choose. I came to a point in my business where I'm like, okay, choose. Are you gonna be doing this on the business, on the weekends? Or is it gonna be something you're gonna have faith in and become an entrepreneur? And obviously, I'm not a business person, so that was intimidating at first. And I said, you know what, let's do it. Let's go full throttle with it. Let's quit teaching. I know there's a lot of money in teaching, but I decided to quit the education route, okay? So, this is me, window painting and murals. My mission for my business is to help businesses in the RGV grow by using art as a tool to elevate storefronts and turn foot traffic into loyal customers for business. So, hand-painted design is something that I'm trying to maintain. I found a niche in the Valley that I didn't even know was a thing. I didn't know people were gonna value my creative talent, and I decided to take my hobby into a full job. So for that, I am very grateful for, and all the support of all the businesses that keep me afloat every single day. So how can art benefit your business? Art is always a good opportunity for people to recognize a business. It is a good photo op. If people are taking pictures at a business, they're like, oh my gosh, I know, I've been there. That's El Pilon, Mariscos, my friends, right here. I know where I'm at. I'm at Chick-fil-A in Boca Chica. People recognize the business. 64% of customers are more likely to visit an area or a business if there is art in that location. Why? Because we are attracted to color as human beings. We are attracted to innovation. We like things that stand out rather than just walking into a restaurant or into a business and the walls are blank, right? So that's already a good return of investment, right? People are coming into your door and you're making money. And murals increase business revenue by 20 to 50%. Okay, so it's at first an expense for businesses to add that handcrafted design, but it's also something that the money's gonna come circulating right back to you. Here's some of the services that I have. We're starting off with windows. I have Mr. Snoopy over there. I've painted. I service all the RGV Chick-fil-A's. If you guys have seen the Chick-fil-A's, I service all 17 Chick-fil-A's in the Valley. They are my number one loving customers. And I love that they give me the creative freedom to just do whatever I want. Honestly, it's so nice. The hospitals. I have Texas Roadhouse. Have you guys seen any other paintings anywhere? En Crea, yes. Mingo Shop, if you guys haven't been there, amazing. That's my go-to place for gifts. Yes, Crea's. I think they're on here too. Okay, right there. So I also do murals. We have murals. I do a lot of dentist's office. I don't know why dentistries are obsessed with me. I painted a lot of cute little teeth. This one's at Hard Knock Strength and Performance, Texas Southmost College, Crea, Mariscos del Pilon, and I have a few of them down there that you will recognize. I do tend to have the same style. It's like cartoony. And other services. So through my business, like I mentioned, I started painting. My business just grew, it spiraled, and it allowed me to now be more versatile. Initially, I was just doing windows, and then later on, I was like, I think I can do murals. I'll figure it out. And then later on, people started asking me for weird requests, like, can you paint my Louis Vuitton? And can you paint banners for my kid's birthday? And this Yeti backpack with redfish. I'm like, I don't even know what a redfish is, but I got it. So random things started evolving, and I've always been the type of person that I'm like, yes, I will figure it out. So it's led into that, birthday banners. I also have a book on Amazon with a local author, Mike Gonzalez, Gary the Responsible Rabbit, in both English and Spanish. I also do painting, tipsy canvas painting parties as well. Anything, name it, I think I can do it. I think. And here is my information in case you are interested in contacting me. This is my Instagram page, which is where I get most of my clientele. Word of mouth is always helpful, guys. So if you know of anyone that's interested in adding a touch of color to their business, just give me a call. Here's my website. It's also available, and my email. Thank you so much. Questions? Do I pass the mic to Mr.? No, you stay in the front. Okay. Yeah. Questions? Yes.
First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
And second of all, I'm so inspired of your art and your passion.
Oh.
Not only that, you're doing it from here all the way to RGV. That's just incredible.
Thank you so much.
Just keep on moving forward. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Those words of encouragement really, really help. And I love when others appreciate my job because I do it out of passion. So the fact that it's able to inspire you, that's already a plus. So thank you.
Yes. What is the biggest challenge when handling a non-creative client?
Everyone's creative.
How do you
Martha Stewart says everyone's creative. The way that an artist sees things, for us, it's very clear. Like when someone gives me an idea, I'm like, I got it. Like I can visualize it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. I can do the work, right? But some people, at first, they do give me the whole creative freedom, and they're like, go for it. I trust you. This is my raspa stand. I want you to paint anything you want. Write an example. And then all of a sudden, I do show them a mock-up. So I always provide a mock-up for all my clients every time that that they want to hire me. I get all their ideas at first, and I provide a mock-up. The way that I handle these issues is, let's say I do give them the mock-up and they don't like it, is I charge for an extra mock-up. I charge them for an extra mock-up based on the ideas that they provided if they don't like it, or just I need time to work on these designs. Yes. The cost depends on the size of the windows, the design that I'm working on. There's a few elements that I think about, but my costs start anywhere between $250 to thousands. Like the possibilities are endless depending on the range, depending on if it's ongoing clients. Like if we create a contract and we move forward, that's how it works. Yes. Yes, I actually, that's what I used out there for the windows. I tend to do a lot of freehand stuff, but when it comes to logos or things that I want to make sure that they stay on brand, I do use the Oculus paintings, and they are time savers. Like, as a female, I can't be over there on Southmost at midnight waiting for my projector to, waiting for it to get dark, because then I'm going to, I don't know, probably join a gang. I don't know. Yes.
You said earlier about how you were super excited or proud of your first initial projects. How did you do? Because you do amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Did you? How did you learn to, I guess, or sharpen your technique? Did you take courses? Just from practice? Like, how did that grow, or how did you expand that?
Yes, wonderful question. Thank you. It's all practice. Looking back, like I mentioned, I thought I was doing a great job, and sometimes you do need to take those steps in order to grow at the level that you are now. Learning different techniques from other painters that I look up to, and seeing how they're doing things in bigger cities and implementing that here in the Valley. Not being afraid to reach out to other painters that I do love their work, and I love that we're able to bounce back ideas that way. So honestly, it's just a matter of time, skill, and then after a job, sitting back and saying, okay, well, how could I have done that better? And taking that time to sit down and think really, really helps, and plan out and have that entrepreneur mindset, because me, I'm a technical worker. Like, I'm a workhorse. I can paint all day, get home, paint the next morning. But if this is a business, how do you make it into a well-oiled machine so I'm able to deliver the next job better than I did before? Thank you.
So, first and foremost, when I saw you working, I was like, damn, she's fast. I probably answered 4 emails and she was already like done with the window. I'm like, what is going on? So first, congrats.
Thank you.
Second, I'm kind of, because I know you're a creative person, so having to deal with maybe someone in a business that might not have that vision. How is that conversation? What kind of questions do you usually ask your clients, or what kind of consultation do you do for them to kind of help them, one, see your vision, and two, bring whatever product they need to life?
Yes. So usually I will speak to my client on the phone, unless it's a bigger project like murals. I will go on site and, sit down with them and bounce back ideas. So we sit down through that brainstorming process, talk about what they have, what they want to deliver. And then I do ask them to provide me with maybe some illustrations, like, of inspiration, what you want your mural to look like. And if they want to give me that full creative freedom, I will take over that, and then we start modifying the design as we go. Obviously, everything comes at a cost, because it's time that I have to dedicate to sitting down and drafting and planning and stuff. So, yes. Thank you.
Do we have another question? Astrid, yes.
Hi. Yes, no problem.
First and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
I want to ask, what advice would you give a young person that's artistic, but within our culture, sometimes you have those naysayers saying you can't study that or don't study that because it won't lead to something that will, have you be financially stable. What advice would you give those young people that have that creative side and have that talent?
Yes, I love that question, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I had that doubtful mindset at first, especially as an artist. Like, there's a big stigma. I don't know if it's among Hispanic communities, because I just grew up Hispanic. I don't know what it's to grow up in a different type of community, but always thinking like, okay, well, ¿cómo vas a vivir de eso, right? So, but I also had another mindset, like, advice from my dad. It's like, if you work hard, you are bound to be successful. So I've always had that mindset. Like, if you put in the time, if you put in the hours, and you are always thinking about hard work and how to reach out to people, success is bound to come your way. So my advice to people is keep polishing your skills. Don't be afraid to take opportunities that at first might not seem like they're too profitable, but if it's an opportunity to show your craftsmanship, to show your technical work, take it, so you can turn it into a business. A lot of artists, I know that they're married to the craft, and they love the art. But in my case, I do a lot of work that at times is not a lot of fun, right? And for example, I have to paint a logo or a funeral logo. Like, I don't want to paint that. That's sad. But it allows me to keep my business growing. So yeah, my advice is polish your skills. Don't be afraid and just go for it. Thank you. I love the questions.
Hi, friend.
Yes. Hi.
I have a very recognizable. You have a very recognizable painting style. I can drive around and I'm like, oh, that's an Edna, just like I can tell as another artist, right? That's an Edna. As a matter of fact, I drove one time and I was like, wait a minute, that's not an Edna window.
The eyes over here.
Yeah. So, especially faces, yeah. So, when you do that, do you ever have clients, because I know clients are very picky, that want to change your vision, and how do you guide it back? Or how do you have a guideline? You tell them, I cannot paint this, I'm going to do what I want. How do you deal with those clients that want you to paint a Picasso or a different style?
Picasso. Yes. I get an array of clients, and I'm grateful to have other friends that are artists too. So if it's something that is not within my scope or within my style, I will refer them to a couple of friends that I do have that I'm like, hey, you know what, this client tends to be more of your style. I always try to work with the client and I tell them, this is what I can do within my limitations. What do you think? And if they're like, I love it, that's fine, let's move forward. And if not, I do refer them out to other people and share the wealth with other artists who are also very talented. We have a lot of talented artists here in the Valley that are also, just serving the community. Another question?
Question?
Yes.
How do you stay, for those people that are artsy or think of themselves as artists, it's hard for them to stay creative, right? Whenever I drive around, you always have a new idea. Oh, that's a different idea. Like, you're painting windows every day, and you find a way to change it up all the time. How do you stay creative? How do you stay sharp in your creative skills? Change it up. How would you say that is?
How do I stay sharp in my creative skills? I don't know. You would have to open my brain and see exactly what's in there. Honestly, just you gather inspiration from anything and everything that you see. Social media now is a huge one. Like, you can see so many ideas on there, people doing big things, different styles are evolving, always staying true to, the old school rules. But there's an array of inspiration that can happen from either other artists, nature, how brands are evolving. So anywhere and everything. Yes, sir.
How are you gonna scale your 10X business? Like, you're gonna hire more employees, or you're gonna have replicas just like you? Or are you gonna have like a whole university platform for painting and then do it under your?
I love that. I'm gonna channel all that energy to become true. No, I would love that to become. I would love that to be the next stage of my business. Now it's a matter of finding people that I can work with and I can trust, right? And we can all grow together. Because it's true, like, my business does depend on me. Like, if I don't know, injure my hand, it's like the business stops. So that would be the next phase of the business. Whenever I do have big murals where I'm like, okay, like, I've had to paint an entire building like this, I do hire other artists and we have to work together, and we're all, having to finish the job within a certain timeline. So yes, right now I do have a couple of artists that I work with, but it's only for big projects. Small projects like windows, I usually hack them alone, but definitely in the future, I would like to have a group of painters that are working and we're all just mass producing.
And last question.
Save best for last.
About pricing, how hard has it been for you to price your service, your work? Because I have seen a lot of artists having difficulties to price their service. How hard has it been for you? Any advice that you can give to the community?
My pricing depends on the value that I give my work and the time that it takes me. Yes, and also the cost, right? So I've gotten really good at más o menos calculating, like looking at a window and being like, okay, this is gonna take me about 4 hours, so I like to get paid this much, and mine plus the supplies and things like that. So every artist is different. That's the way that I like to price my jobs. If I am hiring someone, I have to add that cost. If I'm driving to Rio Grande City, I would have to add that cost as well. So little thing, gas prices right now, oh my gosh, about to add another itemized thing to the invoice. But no, so thinking about all those little elements and just the value that you give yourself as an artist. If you want to make $20 an hour, that's up to you. If you want to make $100 an hour, that's up to you. So kind of starting there. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Edna. Muchísimas gracias a Edna. Síganla. ¿Ya le tomaron foto a su QR code? ¿Sí? ¿Todos? Seguros. Bueno. Our next speaker, she's a young entrepreneur that here at Abridge we have had the privilege to see her grow throughout her journey. And actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but she's going to be presenting in RGB Startup Week in Startup Texas, if I'm not mistaken, right? So this is going to be like a little sneak peek of what you're going to be seeing of her in the presentation. So please help me welcome Geraldine Perez.
Hi everyone, good morning, buenos dias. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm going to start off with who I am. So my name is Geraldine Perez. I am a student at Texas Southmost College. I am a dog mom, as you can see my chihuahua, and the very proud founder of GP Systems AI. Now, where did it all start? Well, last year I started working with my dad and helping out with his business. And I realized that I was spending way too much time on repetitive tasks, boring work, and it was just taking all this time away from what I could have been doing to grow the business, to work on follow-ups, to work on sales calls, and all the good stuff. And I realized, well, there has to be a better way, right? And what better way than today's technology, right? Today's technology, there's a lot of opportunity. So I thought, well, there's a modern solution right now with AI, right? So what is GP Systems AI and what does it do? So what GP Systems AI is, it is an AI automation for businesses to take over those boring, repetitive, time-consuming tasks. It helps save time, reduce costs, and increase efficiency, all while working 24/7. Now, this is an example of one of my clients, just so we can kind of see how we help this client. This client was collecting public federal data, government data, and it was previously done by 3 clerks. The total of the time that it was consuming was 12 hours. So 4 hours each of these employees, they were taking from every single day, and our AI agents did it in less than 10 minutes. Now, what a great time and cost saving, right? So this is another one of my clients. It is a newsletter article online. It's a website. And what he asks us to do is he wanted our AI agents to go into LinkedIn and get all the latest posts from the cities in the valley. So Weslaco, McAllen, Harlingen. It goes into the posts, specifically the ones that he wants. It goes to the latest one every single day, and it uploads the data, it organizes the data, and it puts it into his website. So, and these AI agents run every single day without manual work. So he doesn't have to worry, I don't have to worry. Our plan is, well, the vision is we want a future where businesses can run on intelligent automation. We want AI to become more of a normal tool for businesses and for everyday operations. We also want businesses to focus on growth, not on the repetitive, boring, time-consuming tasks that will waste a lot of money as well. Our mission is we want to build we want to keep building AI agents that automate repetitive tasks. We also want to help businesses save time and reduce costs, as well as deliver simple and practical AI automation solutions. Now, the team is very small, but small and sweet, but very mighty. It is me, Geraldine Perez, the founder, and my very awesome dad, Steve Perez, the co-founder and the advisor, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. Now, if you'd like to keep in touch, if you'd like more information on what we do and how we can help you, you can scan this QR code and it will take you to our landing page. It's very simple. Or you can email me, or you can also text me or call me if you need more information. And that is all for today.
Do we have any questions? I know we do. Yes, who has a question?
Yes?
How did your first job align? Like when you saw this as an opportunity, like what was your first, hey, can you make this for, can you work this in my business or?
So when I started working with my dad, I was doing a lot of sort of data entry, copy pasting, and it was taking way too long. Just like the first client that I told you about, it was taking hours, and those hours could have been used for actually growing that business. So that's what got me thinking like, hey, there has to be a better way with all this AI and all these new technology. Well, there has to be a better way.
Do we have another question? Julio, I know he said that he had a question.
I do have a question actually. So, first and foremost, congrats. That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to what you're gonna present. I'm thrilled for that. Second, I'd love to see you in the building. Geraldine's one of the entrepreneurs we've seen grow in E-Rich. We've seen them for years, and then she's one of our members' daughters. So, honestly, great work. But I do have a question. I think a lot of the times when it comes to AI and those solutions that your business helps with, a small business might say, I don't see a fit for my business. So let's say I sell cookies at a farmer's market. I'm like, I don't think I need your business. So if I, as a small business who doesn't have a lot of operations, how can your company would be able to help me?
Well, I think every business, especially small businesses, I mean, we all sort of need employees. We all need those repetitive tasks, data entry, emailing. We all need those right now because nobody's business is working without technology nowadays. So I would maybe give them a little tour of what we can do, or we can talk about what their business does, and I could tell them, hey, look, right here, we can automate that, and you can have your employee actually working on this other thing that works better, I would say.
Yeah, that works good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have another question?
Geraldine, where do you see this company going in the next 3 to 5 years? I know that technology is advancing so fast. So where do you see your company, your operation?
Well, it's still in the very startup phase, but I would like to see not only repetitive tasks, but kind of go more into depth into more difficult sort of tasks. Because right now it's just very easy, repetitive copy pasting to where it is right now. But I would like to see it grow. I would like to see if I can make that happen with AI.
I logged into your QR, and the first thing is duplicate yourself. So I think that this is a super useful resource, especially for single person entrepreneurs, right? So my question is any of your format customer facing, or is it strictly on the back end?
It just depends. It could be for customers. It could be for businesses. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like strictly on the administrative side, where like only the entrepreneur, the business owner takes a look at it, or is it data that is presented to the customers?
Yeah, it could be for specifically the business, or it could be for the customer. It could be something personal. It doesn't really have to be a business. It could be, let's say, I'm spending too much time doing these emails on this, and well, it could work for them too. It doesn't have to be specifically just for business to business.
I have another question. What can we as a community do to help your business, or help you grow, or help you like spread the word?
Well, that's a good question. I still haven't gotten into the marketing. So maybe just networking, having me here, having this space available for me to come in, welcoming me, letting me present today, that already helps a lot with growing my business and giving me more, because I get very nervous on stage, so it gives me a lot of, what's the word? Confidence. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I have a very interesting question because I have seen you grow a little bit and I see the attachment with your dad. In the professional aspect, are you growing, you're developing your own ideas? But how
We have a rule. We have a rule because, yeah, you can say it's really hard to work with a family member, and it is sometimes. I've had past experiences that it gets really hard sometimes. So we have a rule where we cannot be mixing business and personal life. So if we have an argument here or something, we cannot be petty and not work together anymore on our business or sort of things like that. So yeah, we have an agreement. But I get along with my dad a lot, so that's good.
And I know we have another question right here.
Yes.
Congratulations. I think it's
Thank
really empowering that one, you're super young and a woman in this space. I feel you think like AI and it's mostly like a lot of IT bros. So I think that's super cool, especially here in the Valley. So good job.
Thank you. Thank you so
I'm
much.
so proud of you. My question would be with, because when you hear AI or when I hear AI, I feel it's like scary or unknown because we don't know. Is there any like, what placements of like safety with like, I guess, things that are just, I guess, for security measures with like, I guess, the business? Like how do you protect your client or with that? Because I feel like AI is just something that I know
So big.
right now, yeah, that it's a simple task, but it's information that you're feeding this big brain, I guess.
Well,
How do you?
that's a good question. And you could say, yeah, I mean, I don't have all the control over what, for example, ChatGPT can do or Gemini can do with our information. And I like to tell people, I don't know how to build a car, but I know how to drive one. And sort of that's what I'm doing right now. So I don't know if that answers your question, sort of.
No, yeah. It's just like, do you, I guess, if somebody will be hesitant to want to, I guess, trust the, like, that the AI kind of combines into their system or give them permission, like, I guess the hesitation, like, how do you, I guess, combat with that or how do you work around that, I guess?
Well, it is a really good question. And I haven't gotten to that stage yet where I service clients with very specific and private information. I will have to look into that though, because it is very important. Yeah. Yes?
That's why we are embracing the community to know that BCIC has a data center upstairs and have your own little private AI system. So that way you feed it and it's your data. No longer sharing with ChatGPT, Gemini, or the other guys. Especially if you're lawyers or some sensitive data. That's the other stage that we're also building. And that's the reason why we're trying to help the community. If that answers your question.
That's good.
Privacy is important. I work in the import-export field, and I want to keep my stuff data. I don't want to be sharing it with ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT is learning from us. Because that's what actually is doing right now when you feed it. It's learning from us, right? But at one point or other, they're going to, restrict us, and we have to go a private way, which is okay, because we all have private emails, right? Anyway, so back to you.
Do we have any other questions? No questions?
I'll throw one. Normally your cost for something like this to start, you have like a startup program or a startup package?
Well, it all depends on, it's very custom for each client. So for these clients, it is under a monthly subscription base. But so what we like to do is we like to, if the client is interested in our services, we like to sit with them one-on-one or one-on-two. And we talk about what they need help on. They tell us what they would like their automation here and there. And sometimes we give them an estimate at the same day. Sometimes we tell them, hey, we'll look into it. We'll give you an estimate in a week. And that's how it moves forward. That's how we kind of sort of see how much it will cost for them. Yeah.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions? No? Well, thank you so much, Jen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think that today we had two pretty much amazing speakers, right? So please help me darles otro aplauso bien grandote. Tuvimos dos speakers, la verdad, y dos mujeres. Entonces, And today, Geraldine was also our partner with the coffee, with her business GP Systems AI. So thank you so much, Geraldine, for that. And I have some announcements. Sí, a ver, otro aplauso por el café. Sí, cómo no. I have some announcements. La semana que más hemos esperado por todo el año ya es este mes. Our TV Startup Week is coming up. Empieza el 24 de abril, if I'm not mistaken. April 24th? Yes, April 24th. And our keynote speaker this year is Ramon Soler. He's the commercial director of Dr. Simi USA. So you really don't want to miss that. Vamos a tener a nuestro speaker principal, pero vamos a tener muchos speakers más, pero nuestro principal es Ramón Soler. Él es el director comercial de Dr. Simi USA y nos va a platicar cómo hicieron para que Dr. Simi y una cadena de farmacias se volviera un ícono por todos lados. Creo que todos sabemos quién es Dr. Simi, lo hemos visto en todos lados, hemos visto el monito, hemos ido hasta la farmacia, todos sabemos de él. Por favor, escaneen el QR code, descarguen Juba App. Si están interesados en ayudarnos, en ser voluntarios, por favor, regístrense, se la van a pasar increíble. Es una semana llena de paneles, de muchísimas conexiones. Van a aprender de bastantes personas y van a conocer bastante gente. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer, please scan the QR code, download the Juba app. We are having a lot of workshops and a lot of panels and a lot of amazing speakers. It's going to be from April 24th to May 2nd. Yes. Edna nos sigue. Ah, pues sí, también. Y yo nos sigue en todos lados. Yes, so please, and if maybe you don't have the time to be a volunteer, please sign up. There's going to be amazing panels, amazing speakers. You really don't want to miss that out.
Great. How much is it to attend our service?
It's completely free. Completely free. Entonces, gratis. No hay excusa. No quiero excusas este año. Va a haber bastantes snacks. No se pueden perder 1 Million Cups. Vamos a tener a 2 speakers. No han dicho al segundo, ¿verdad?
I technically haven't said it, but no, well, actually, it's gonna be a fun one because we meet every single Wednesday here. But does anyone know how 1 Million Cups
Started. Yes.
So we're actually gonna bring the person whose idea was to start 1 Million Cups, and he's gonna be talking to us how this community started and why did he start it. So it's gonna be a great morning. And then our next presenter is
Rodrigo, yes, from Berry Nuts. Yo no sé ustedes, pero a mí me intento comerme los snacks más fit que pueda. Intento, no siempre se puede. Pero yo sé que por todos lados han visto Berry Nuts. Son unas bolitas de granola. Hay unas cubiertas de yogur griego, otras de matcha. Él va a venir de Monterrey a platicarnos su historia. Entonces también no se lo quieren perder. Va a haber speakers súper padres, va a haber comida, va a haber snacks. Van a conocer a bastante gente. Algo que se me esté pasando, ¿no?
just remember, check the app, check the schedule. I mean, there's opportunities everywhere. If you don't want to come for the workshops, come for the connections. If you don't want to come for the connections, come for the snacks. There's definitely going to be something for absolutely everyone, and at no cost. This is something that we do to help. I think something that really resonates with me is San Antonio has done it for how many years now, San? 10 plus years, and they had around 800 attendees last year. Last year we had 1,800 attendees in the valley. This is a move that has been doing, yes. It's a movement, it is for you guys, it is done with a lot of love and intention, so I hope you'll see you all.
Yes, we are working very hard for this week, trust me. And we are also having a program that is called 2 for 2. So you have 2 minutes to present your idea, and you have the possibilities to earn $2,000. The application is still open, right?
Today, just kidding.
Sí,
Now,
hasta ahorita se va. Esperemos ahorita siga abierta, ahorita nos...
This morning I received an application, so I'm assuming
It's still open then. So please apply. If you have a business, if you have an idea, if you have a startup, please apply. No pierden nada con platicarnos su historia de 2 minutos y a lo mejor se ganan $2,000. Y también los invitamos a que escaneen este QR code. Quiero verlos escaneándolo. A ver, no veo a nadie escaneándolo. ¿Sí? ¿Mande?
what is it?
This QR code, it's our community channel. This is where Daniel posts everything, every single announcement. Se los juro que no hacemos spam. O sea, tampoco les van a llegar tantos mensajes de nosotros. Nada más es lo importante, los eventos que vamos a tener durante la semana. También tenemos un link abierto si ya presentaron en 1 Million Cups o si han estado en RGB Startup Week o si han estado en el Kaufman y tienen un negocio. Vamos a tener un pop-up el viernes 1 de mayo. Si ya estuvieron en alguno de nuestros programas, por favor, mándenos un mensajito. No sé si puedan levantar la mano todos los de UTRGB, BCIC, todos los que están en RGB Startup Week, en el equipo. Se pueden comunicar con cualquiera de nosotros para aplicar y para estar en ese pop-up. Va a estar súper, súper padre, va a ser en la noche. Entonces, les digo, aquí vamos a estar toda la semana, todo el día, todos los días. Y listo, fuera de eso no tengo ningún otro anuncio. Lo que sí, fíjense que quería decirles era que I've had the opportunity to be here in 1 Million Cups for like a year and a half, I would say. Y creo que se ha formado una comunidad bastante bonita y bastante grande. Y creo que, Dani lo decía hace unas semanas, creo que una idea sin una comunidad no es nada. Entonces, yo creo que lo importante es que todos estamos formando una comunidad súper padre que hace que las ideas sean aún más grandes. Y creo que lo que he visto, porque les dije hace rato, es que veo demasiadas caras conocidas. O sea, creo que nada más no he visto como 2 caras de aquí. Y quiero pensar que estuvieron el miércoles pasado que no estuve, ¿verdad? O sea, pero ya todos habían venido. Y siento que está súper padre que veo que son puros emprendedores, puras personas de la comunidad que quieren aprender de uno del otro, que quieren conectar, que quieren conocerse entre sí. Entonces les voy a dejar de tarea que el día de hoy platiquen con una persona que no conocen, una personita que no le han preguntado cuál es su negocio. Pregúntenle cuál es su negocio, por qué siguen viniendo a 1 Million Cups. Una preguntita, conozcan a una persona que no, y el otro miércoles me platican a quién conocieron. Les voy a preguntar a todos, ¿eh? Entonces, yo que ustedes sí hago la tarea. Y recuerden que todos los miércoles es Open House, entonces pueden quedar con nosotros de 8 a 5 de la tarde. Somos súper buena onda, pueden trabajar con nosotros aquí, pueden venir, pueden traerse su laptop. Todos los miércoles es Open House y no se pueden quedar el día de hoy, nos pueden acompañar el siguiente miércoles o el que sigue o el que sigue. Y pues nos vemos el próximo miércoles. Nelson, yes. April 18th, el próximo sábado se cierra.
The agenda is not yet complete, so if you see a day with just 2-3 sessions, that's not it. We have sessions starting from 9 a.m. until 4 or 5 p.m., so we're going to add more things throughout the days, just letting you know.
Sí. No sé si vinieron el año pasado, que hay paneles alrededor de todo el RGB. Vamos a estar por todos lados. Vamos a estar en Brownsville, vamos a estar en Edinburgh, vamos a estar en Harlingen, en Westlaco y en Far. Entonces, si no nos alcanzan aquí, nos pueden alcanzar en Edinburgh, en Far, en Harlingen, en Westlaco, pero espero verlos aquí para el siguiente 1 Million Cups. ¿Listo? Gracias. Nos vemos el próximo miércoles.